How did the Hays Code censor classic Paramount cartoons? Imagine a time when cartoons were not just for fun but also had to follow strict rules about what could and couldn't be shown. That's what the Hays Code was all about. It was a set of guidelines created in the 1930s to keep movies and cartoons from showing anything considered immoral or inappropriate. Even animated shorts made by Paramount had to follow these rules. The code aimed to stop depictions of bad language, sexual content, nudity, and violence that might influence viewers negatively. While the rules were mainly for live-action movies, cartoons were also affected because they were popular with both kids and adults. Paramount's animation studios had to be careful with what they showed. For example, some jokes or visual gags had to be changed or removed entirely. A famous cartoon called Red Hot Riding Hood, made by Tex Avery, had a scene that implied the wolf character was forced into marriage with the grandmother. This was considered too suggestive and was changed because it broke the rules of the code. But Avery was clever. He included other jokes that were more risque, which sometimes slipped past the censors because they were distracted by more obvious content. Violence was another tricky area. Cartoons often featured slapstick humor with exaggerated fights and crashes. The Hays Code wanted to limit this kind of violence, but studios like Paramount sometimes pushed the limits because animated violence was seen as less serious than real violence. Still, any scene that looked like it might encourage disrespect for authority or promote bad morals could be cut or altered. This meant that the creators of these cartoons had to be very careful. They had to find ways to tell funny stories without crossing the lines set by the code. Sometimes they used visual tricks or subtle humor to get their jokes across. This balancing act shaped how the cartoons looked and felt. It made the humor more clever and the stories more cautious. In the end, the Hays Code kept a tight leash on what could be shown in Paramount cartoons. It limited certain themes and jokes but also inspired animators to be more inventive. They found ways to include adult humor in subtle ways while still entertaining children. This mix of restrictions and creativity gave classic Paramount cartoons a unique style that still makes them memorable today.